Hi everyone, it's Winsome and today we're going to be doing a DIY test video where I'm going to try to make my own temporary tattoos at home. So I was scrolling through Instagram and suddenly some TikTok videos popped up of people making their own temporary tattoos at home. So you know when you were younger you got those tattoos like in magazines which all you need to do was put it on your wrist and some water and it'll stay on for I don't know, maybe 2 days or so if you're fortunate. And I saw people making it themselves where they get an A4 regular plain piece of paper, they either draw a design using Sharpie or print out a design from their computer, and then what they do after is just spray it with something that has an alcohol base within it, like perfume for example, put it in water for a couple minutes, take it out, slap it on their wrist, dab some water on top, or I think it was more perfume or whatever alcohol base they were using, and hey presto, it's there on their body part wherever they decide to put it. And to me it seemed pretty simple, the concept, but I did some research and it seemed to be hit or miss, a lot of misses from a lot of people, and I thought why not give it a try, see what happens. And I thought it might be good to change it up and do it more than once using different kind of material. Well, I mean paper, yeah, that's what I meant. Different kind of paper each time to test whether that makes a difference. So I'm back and I got it printed out, my two different pieces of paper. So in the end I went for the more higher quality premium printer paper, which I think will stand the best possible chance of this working. I know the ink on these are a bit janky when you look at them, so that might be detrimental in this whole process. So I got them cut out right here, and then I realized I should have probably flipped them around before I printed them, because now if they do work they're going to be back to front, the wording on this, but I didn't want to waste what I printed, so we're just gonna go with it anyway. We just want to try and test out to see whether the actual process works rather than what's coming off of it. So I'm first going to start off with the playlist, the music playlist first, and I'm going to use a deodorant. So I researched perfume and deodorant, and I believe deodorant has more alcohol content in it, so by that logic I think it should work more. And I'm going to test it out on these two, like I said, but I'm like unsure of what to do. I mean, from this point onwards I'm really unsure of what to do. All I know is that I douse this with the deodorant and then leave it for 3 minutes. So let's do that. Cool. This is gonna really smell now, my whole room. I'm gonna have to like air it out afterwards, but yeah, let's. Cool, so I plonked it in this kind of lukewarm water as fast as possible after spraying them, because they really do smell after I doused it in the deodorant right there. And so far looking at it, the colours are not leaking that much, which is good. I'll leave it for 3 minutes and hope for the best when I take them out and slap it onto my arm or legs, wherever I decide in a bit. So trying it for I think probably the last time, because this is my 4th time And yeah, same steps as before with the other one, but this is the different paper, and I think the final result will probably be the same. I think it's because I'm using like an inkjet printer, which the inks are not as pigmented and as strong, so that's probably why it's not coming off like I want. So it's literally the tiniest amount coming off of this, like even when I touch it, like small specks are coming off. But I think in general you probably need a the other type of inks to do this, because it's like the tiniest bits, like I can see bits of it forming, but it's not exactly how I want it to turn out. Obviously I'm going to see if I can find maybe some of my old pieces of paper that does use that type of ink and see if that works, because that's going to be an interesting experiment, even though I probably don't want that on my skin. So back for the 100th time, I found like this old worksheet, so I'm gonna cut a bit of it out and then try it. And then I also have a Sharpie. I'm going to draw on a normal piece of paper and also try that out. So yeah, we're gonna try a whole bunch of things for this final part, which I'm gonna fast forward and see if any of them works basically. So this is using the Sharpie, and taking it off, there has been a slight small like transfer, which this is so much better than the other tries. Like you can actually see it on my arm this time, like literally underneath here is where I put my previous stuff. So using the Sharpie you kind of get a light one, whether it's worth it and for the time just to do that, rather than just literally using the Sharpie to draw it on is debatable, but I guess that sort of works the transfer for that. And then now going to try with the other type of ink from a different type of computer and see if this works. The other side is coming off onto here. Where's the grow model? The grow mo, it's not even grow model, but I'm hoping it works. It looks like it's going to, but again it's going to be quite faint. It's not going to be that prominent, maybe because it's like an old piece of paper, and like when I've seen people print it out it's pretty fresh. Droop. So yeah, it's kind of come off, and I think I was just like being impatient right now, because you can see two of the letters are more prominent than the other. So if I had waited longer, I think it would have come off. But yeah, so like my final temporary tattoos have sort of worked. I feel like my mom's gonna wonder why like I don't know, a fifth of her perfume is suddenly gone. So after this whole experiment, I guess learnings from this, if you are using just a normal inkjet printer, kind of ink, it's not going to work. You have to use the other more professional kind. Oh my god, what is it even called off the top of my head? Like those laser printers. Those type of inks, I mean. Yes, that's what I was saying. Those are what you need for it to work, to actually transfer properly, and you should probably do it as soon as after you've printed it, when it's still warm and fresh. And I think putting all those together, you'll have a high chance of the tattoo working. It's a hit or miss, like I say again, like you might need to apply more pressure to get it to transfer more. Maybe you need more perfume to put on it, or a higher content of something in that perfume. So there's a lot of factors going around this. It's not like a perfect 100% proof DIY project to do. Have your windows open. Unlike me, mine are closed because it's really loud, but have it open because it's really really overwhelming right now, the smell, and it's probably not great for your respiratory system. Can't say it didn't work, but it could have turned out better than how I've done it. If you want something longer, as I was going to say, you might want to get, well, a proper tattoo. No, I mean, if you want something for longer as a temp wise, you might want to look into getting these temporary tattoos from different shops. There's like so many different ones nowadays. So this was a fun little experiment that you might want to try out as well, taking all the things you learned from my video. Hopefully you will succeed better, and like usual, write a comment down below what you thought of this video, anything you want to recommend me to do, other DIY projects that you see you want me to try out before you do like this video, so I know you enjoyed this type of content. Subscribe for more content like this and other sorts of arts and craft videos I post, and yeah. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!